This game is rated M for mature, for violence, language, and some very complicated themes. While this is a departure from my usual types of game, I must say, viewer discretion advised. Hello ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise, I'm Lamar Haven. Back to Bioshock.
What's the matter, Mary? You look like you could use a boost.
I don't feel so great. I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous, and sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
That's just the plasmic fluid, Mary. You just need to slow down a bit.
Alright, so what we're introducing here is the concept of hacking with water. Look, it's weird, just roll with me here. Hack security bots are friendly and will attack your enemies. This is the little tutorial. If you've ever played a game called Pipe Dream, you know exactly what this is, though. So don't worry about it. Alright. So what you gotta do is get this from that output into this input. And you have to make sure you have the right tools for the job to do it. And once it's done, you press Y and you're finished. Ta-da! That was the easiest one because it's basically a tutorial. Alright, you can also hack vending machines. Result of the successful hack. More items available and all price reduced. You can actually buy it out. In a weird concept, apparently machines can be bribed. So, what we are going to do is hack the hell out of this machine. Alright, sometimes, doing this with a controller is weird as all hell to me. Not used to it. So, heads up, sometimes hacking is going to get a little difficult. And, because it uses RNG to determine exactly how the pipe dream setup is, there are actually unwinnable conditions. Now that we have the vending machine, and it's hacked, as you can see up top, we can now go ahead and buy things, including vodka, ammunition, electric ammunition, armor-piercing ammunition, and shotgun shells. So, we don't need anything right now, but I like to hack every machine I come across anyway, because it's just useful for the future. Sometimes you revisit areas, sometimes it's just useful to do so. Yes, I thought I was very hilarious back there with my no jokes.
Dr. Steinman said he'd release me today. Ryan didn't come to see me since the New Year's attack, not once. But Dr. Steinman was very attentive. He told me that once the scar tissue was gone, he was gonna fix me right up, make me prettier than any girl I've ever seen. He's sweet, all right. And so interested in my case.
Dr. Steinman, huh? I wonder if that's somebody we're gonna be worrying about later.
Keep away from my patients!
Clean it up, little nothing!
Ryan
It's unsanitary in here.
Adam and Ryan.
Let me take
All those years of studying. Was I ever truly a surgeon before I met them? How we blinked away with our scalpels. Toy morality. Yes, we could lop a boil here and shave down a beak there, but could we really change anything? No. But Adam gives us the means to do it. And Ryan frees us from the phony ethics that held us back. Change your look, change your sex, change your race. It's yours to change. Nobody else's.
So you might remember...
Security alert is in progress. Access is limited for the time being. We appreciate your...
Uncivil, uncouth, uncultivated!
On the use the emergency access, you'll be needing Dr. Steinman's key. He's the one that runs this place. But I don't expect him to hand it to you out of the milk of human kindness. Steinman ain't that kind, and frankly, I'm not even sure he's still human.
might remember in the very beginning they specifically mentioned how doctors shouldn't have to worry about ethics. Yeah, Dr. Steinman seemed to have taken that to heart.
Now you've run the monkey cage. Here they come.
All right.
Right, that's all your
Bye-bye. Also bye.
Why are you dragging? Okay!
Nurses and doctors. I've had dreams like this. Ah, I got me. Darn! I died! You are being revived at a Vita Chamber. The Vita Chambers I mentioned. Yep. Anytime you die, poof, revived at a Vita Chamber. I'm not gonna mention anything else about the Vita Chambers because I feel like any speculation or basically anything I say seems spoilerish, let's be honest. But I want you to, when you look at the Vita Chambers and look at all the corpses on the ground, I want you to try and put two and two together and see if there's something odd happening. Alright. Give me your money. Any purse. Nothing there.
You promised me pretty, Steinman. You promised me pretty. Now look at me. Look at me!
Well, that's ominous.
You keep an eye peeled for Steinman. The daft bastard set up shop in the surgery wing. You want to find him? Just follow the blood.
Oh, goody.
Adam presents new problems for the professional. As your tools improve, so do your standards. There was a time I was happy enough to take off a water tube or turn a real circus freak into something you can show in the daylight, but that was then.
Remember, all them machines will short out right and proper if you hit them with electrovolt.
He says, as I demonstrate. So, even though Steinman is definitely a character that it's infamous in this game for being pretty awful as a human being, keep in mind that some of the things he said in the beginning weren't far off from, you know, real nobility. What he wanted to do in the beginning, he wanted to be free from the ethical restraints that existed at the time. And at the time, stuff like trans inclusion and the like weren't really considered ethical by many people.
What?
They were
On the surface, the parasite expects the doctor to heal them for free, the farmer to feed them out of charity. How little they differ from the pervert who prowls the streets looking for a victim he can ravish for his grotesque amusement.
You men all complain about their virility.
Yeah, one, you know, rape culture, trigger warning. But yeah, he just compared people who wanted socialist ideals to rapists. He's got some issues. And a bit of a problem with, degrees of, I don't know the word I'm looking for right now. I'm just trying to remember how I missed some of this stuff when I was younger when I first played this game. Because wow, some of these characters, they're humongous dicks. I didn't realize how much of that they were back then. Alright, so this one is one of those that has a really good chance of being unsolvable. Like, they'll put these all the way up and all the way down. You can't do a thing about it. Alright, so this is specifically an ammo vending machine. It gives you ammo, but it also gives you, usually, really, really good special ammo. So I'm gonna go ahead and... No, I don't want an impersonal yet. Armor-piercing pistol round. I want that. Now you can, if you see in the bottom left, I can, boom, switch. However, every time you switch, you have to reload. So be very careful not to switch in an important moment. Oh, see? Machine short-circuited. And that hurts you, by the way. Nope, did it again. See, that's one of the problems when you're hacking. So I can't hack this one right now because, simply put, it's a really, really difficult hack. Because the way the
It has been brought to my attention that some citizens have discovered ways to hack the vending machines. I should not need to remind each and every citizen of Rapture that free enterprise is the foundation upon which our society has been established. Parasites will be punished.
But it's not free enterprise to find new and interesting ways to get access to resources that you would otherwise want? I mean, come on! Yeah, it seems it's free enterprise in a very specific definition, and only when it's convenient to him. He has his ideals, but if you stray from those ideals even the tiniest bit, oh boy. So I'm very methodical about picking up as many resources as I can.
You'll regret coming here. Mark my word.
And not spending my own resources, and letting other people spend theirs. Careful though, they can destroy turrets just like you can. That's that. Alright. Where it wants us to go is here, Dr. Steinman's aesthetic ideals. So, Steinman's gone from his original plan of trying to help as many people as possible while saying fuck you ethics, to basically becoming someone who deals almost entirely in plastic surgery. Give me a moment, I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Sorry for that. The animals are absolutely dedicated to trying to make sure this recording goes off terribly. Let's see. You'll notice that there's certain specific patterns that you'll start running into when you're doing hacks, and then eventually you're just going to memorize where a lot of the solutions are. They're not completely randomized. There's definite ways to do it. Also, now that I've hacked this, I can use this heal station to heal. It also has one other interesting feature, but we won't get to that just yet. Corpsey, corpse, corpse. So if we go... Hello?
Stop following me! Yes. Arrange for this one. We'll be taking them more.
Nitro Splicer. They throw grenades. When they die, they drop also a grenade. Come on, let me see. Drop a grenade box that you're supposed to be able to look in, which had nothing. Thank you for that. And for the food. Yum. Coffee! Coffee has no downside, but gives you Eve.
When Picasso became bored of painting people, he started representing them as cubes and other abstract forms. The world called him a genius. I've spent my entire surgical career creating the same tired...
Security cameras. I can hear the infernal things all around you. Ryan's eyes and ears.
Alright, so it interrupted that last audio log, for that I apologize. Basically what he was saying is, he started to get bored of common symmetrical faces. Basically, traditionally attractive things bored him, so he wanted to start using people as art projects so that he could make them more aesthetically pleasing only to himself. Because uniqueness is what he found aesthetically pleasing. Uniqueness at all costs. Yeah. So those images we keep seeing of people torn apart and with their faces rearranged and odd and just lack of symmetry and things like that, that's on purpose. Now, one of the things you do in horror genre very often... Well, damn. One of the things you often do in horror genre when you're creating a horror antagonist, so to speak, and we found Hacker's Delight. With Hacker's Delight, your body converts an altered current from a hacked machine into a powerful healing agent. Hack and heal. You picked up your first physical tonic. Physical tonics make you stronger or more powerful. They're equipped separately from plasmids and other types of tonics. So we actually have empty slots here for passives that we can now use. We haven't been able to arrange those in a certain way because there's a certain place we have to do that in, and we haven't accessed it yet. Anyway, often horror antagonists are given asymmetrical looks because that makes them more terrifying to us as people. Whenever we as humans are pretty much, I don't know if it's a natural tendency or if it's more of a conditioned one, but we want to see symmetry in people.
Parasite wanders the halls. We rebuild our city and the doubters sent a fly.
Alright, well, I'm going to interrupt Andrew Ryan for a moment because we have a very important plasmid here that I need to get my hands on. Incinerate. Incineration, when it's absolutely positively has to erupt in flames, don't wait. Incinerate. And we have an empty slot for it.
Light up foes to 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spreads.
Like the lady said.
Spoiler. 1,000 atoms to the man or woman who pins its weak.
And you notice there was a lot of oil on the floor. That's why. Yep, they...
All roads in Rapture lead to Ryan. Security, the splicers, the big daddies, the little sisters. He pumps some kind of chemical scent in the air. Pheromones, they call it. Makes them all dance to his tune.
And that's pretty much the main explanation you're going to get for why all the splicers are working for someone, despite the fact that they seem kind of... I don't want to say the word insane, because although that's probably accurate for what they were going for, man, talk about demonizing mental illness. So I'm going to just say that their minds are controlled in a specific fashion. What we just found there is electric buckshot. One, we don't have a shotgun yet.
Wants others to do their work, they call upon their outros. Never mind your own needs.
Now, I'm gonna hack this real fast because it'll be important later. Like I said, you have there's a very big tendency in this game to retrace your steps and go back to other areas that you've been before. So it's a pretty good idea to make sure that the areas you go to, you explore them thoroughly and make sure that you've gotten yourself as many advantages as possible. It may pay off greatly in the long run.
With genetic modifications, purity is no longer a goal or even a virtue. It is a moral obligation. Do we force the healthy to live with the contagious? Do we mix the criminal with the law of abiding? Then why are the plain allowed to mingle with the fair?
Yeah, to Steinman, being ugly is a moral obligation to no longer be ugly.
Why do we have two eyes? There's a law that says we must. To arm.
I'm not finished! Not finished!
That's a problem.
You'll have to find some way to get through to surgery and Steinman. Chin up now. The Lord hates a quitter. I can hear that splicer sounding off like it's the 4th of July. Explosives are hard to come by down here. If you get your hands on one of them telekinesis plasmids, you can catch the damn firebomb and toss it right back in his gob. Or anything else that might be standing in your way.
Alright, so you heard the man. We need to find telekinesis.
Frank? It's this thinning hair, Jim. Every day there's less and less. You know, the problem's not in your hair, it's in your genes. Hey, I don't go in for all that splicing stuff.
Can't get through there. So looks like we need to backtrack.
Darling!
Bye-bye. And the one that's on fire? Yep. Almost like I planned it. So this is why we can't take telekinesis just yet. Twilight Fields Funeral Homes. Which we will take care of next time. Excuse me! I'm trying to do an outro over here! Who do you think you are? Also, yes, you can be hurt by your own turret. If they're on fire, they will also run to water, where you can electrocute them. So that said, now it's time for my outro. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you folks next time.